say it's warm in here?
I said it's warm in here.
I feel like you're just running.
Well, that, but I just moved in the
Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and call to order. First thing is approval of minutes. Any comments? No? Val?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, do I have a motion to accept the minutes?
I move that we accept the minutes from the June 10th meeting.
Second. May 28th, though, right?
Oh, yeah, the May 28th
Yes.
meeting.
Yeah,
I'm
time-
sorry.
Time
I
travel is
was
a great
looking
thing,
at
but-
the June 10th, yeah.
Yep, okay. Okay, we'll call those approved then. And do we have any public comments over there?
No, we don't.
Yes. Okay, correspondence then.
Oh, wait, sorry. Sorry, Jess just looked at me like, Lindsay, say something.
Well, and I didn't know if we could talk about it like under new business, or should we do it as public?
No, I'll do it as public comment
Okay.
right now. I think that's good because it's not really business, but
Okay.
it will be business. So, and you might already know this, but we were told by the city that they will no longer pick up trash at the fairgrounds. So this all happened really quickly last week on like Thursday. So I believe Jess put the 90-gallon cans. They did one last pickup. Jess put the 90-gallon cans in the commercial building, right? And then they took the other larger canisters. Eric Crush took those, and he's just putting them in storage until something gets worked out. So I don't know what the situation is. I don't know what's going to look like, but I think since Rodeo is leasing the ground, I don't really know what TJ is thinking. There's some options. Tri-County could possibly do all the pickup. They come right by there on Thursdays. They could pick stuff up, probably pay them to do it. We don't really know what the whole thing is about. We were just kind of told. So I don't know if it'll be something that Rodeo and Fair will split, or Rodeo will just say, hey, we'll pay it and you guys pay us this much from a fair standpoint.
And in the past, was that a service that was provided by the city?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it's basically, we think it's possibly a money thing, that they don't want to do that
We have, well,
for,
Well,
without
there- I
being
guess,
paid or reimbursed
There's
for
an
it.
option of trying to like do some sort of like an MOU or something with the city
mhm,
and having them continue to do it, but
Okay.
I'm sure it will be at
yes.
a payment this time.
And I
Okay.
did send an email to the rodeo board this morning, included Jess and TJ. I just said, hey, you guys gonna have to have a discussion about this and figure out what it's gonna look like.
So the temporary solution was TJ talked to the city and got them to come through and do a final pickup because all the cans were like overflowing out there. And the county just doesn't have a truck that will pick up cans and dump it. And so they went through the grounds, and then he didn't want them to be refilled since we can't dump them. And so we removed all the cans off the grounds. And he put a dumpster out there, a big huge dumpster, to be used temporarily. But I did talk to him today, and he does need that dumpster back next Monday. So, I don't know what we can do. I mean, they make huge trash cans or trash can liners for those big 90-gallon rolling garbage cans, because that's 4-H puts those in the ones that are inside the roping barn during Fair Week. But without even having a dumpster out there, we can't even pull those huge bags once they're filled. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do. So I did a call, or I tried calling Wynn this afternoon as soon as I talked to TJ to let him know. But I got his voicemail. So I left him a voicemail. They meet tonight, right, Rodeo?
I don't even know.
I think they do.
They do,
Oh.
because Corey's going to their meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah,
Or they
so-
are meeting to
Yeah.
meet anyway. I don't know if it's normal, but yeah. 'cause it's
Um,
usually-
So, I don't know, hopefully they can discuss it a little bit, but I know if we do try to do any sort of agreement with the city, it'll probably take a while to get everything put together. So I don't know if we need to get a hold of Tri-County in the meantime and just get on a pickup schedule with them. I don't know if you have to sign contracts with them, if it's, you know, a certain length of time, or if you can be like, we want your service for a month.
With Tri-County,
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I think we just need to explain. I think the question mark with that is we pay tipping fees to Tri-County for any waste because they have to haul everything to Helena. So we end up paying for the weight. So I'm not sure how it would all get charged out. I'm sure they'd have the canister rental. That would be pretty straightforward, but we'd still have to figure out the fees. So I'm happy if we need to do like a quickly held meeting with Fair Rodeo County, that's fine. We can do that.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, I mean, I think we were kind of like, well, okay, Rodeo's got the current lease, so how do they want to do it? I think was really where it was at, so.
Okay.
But I'm happy to be part of the conversation.
Okay.
Moving
Yeah,
forward.
because I mean, I think that fair does need to pay a portion of it,
Mhm.
because our renters are also producing garbage out there.
Yeah,
It's hard, it's hard to say like what percentage is what, so I would say probably like a 50-50 split would be my best idea, like, because there's some weeks where our renters are producing more garbage, and then there's gonna be weeks when theirs are producing.
and that might be
so-
that might be the easiest
Mhm.
thing to do. And I know just from the county side, we'll just need to know what's being done for budgeting, because we're right in the middle of like
Yeah.
wrapping up budgeting, so.
Yep.
Need to know what that looks like, so. Okay.
It's mildly frustrating that this is happening now, and this didn't happen 3 months or 4 months or 6 months ago, but
Yeah.
but I think we definitely need some kind of a pick. I mean, that's, those bigger
Well, and,
garbages,
like,
there's no way that you can manhandle that. That's,
And the other thing is with the city doing it, so they used to come out on Thursdays, so they're emptying every Thursday, and then during Fair Week, they would run through Thursday. They'd also run through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings to do garbage removal.
Okay.
TJ did say he'll have more dumpsters available to sit out there after July 1st, but he kind of just needs this one back. So if that's part of what we need to do is have a dumpster out there during Fair Week, that's, I think, gonna be a possibility, but
We'll have to do something, because, I mean,
Yeah.
even if you do have Tri-County, they're not going to come.
Right.
yeah, I
Right.
don't know
So-
how they work with like saying you need 3 extra pickups in a week.
I don't know if it's enough.
I don't know if
option,
it's
'cause
an
I think they just
option.
come and do everybody that they do in Broadwater
Mhm.
County on that day.
So whatever gets done, I think Misty and TJ need to be part of the conversation, obviously, whatever is decided. But I mean, I could see the 50-50 split being probably what would be easiest. But at the same time, I don't know, are you going to have, is it the city that's going to haul the trash and provide canisters? They have them, obviously, but so are they going to do it, or is it Tri-County? Or really, what does that look like?
yes, I'm
Yeah.
curious with the city, they have the canisters and they have the truck. So really, we just need to come up with a payment for them is kind of what I'm hearing.
Probably.
Does that
I think that's
sound,
from the limited information that I have.
Right.
Yes,
That's
what
probably
I'm
what the
guess.
issue
That's what
is.
I'm assuming or guessing is
And
the issue. Yeah.
so if an MOU or a contract or something with them would
And
end the discussion probably.
I believe, from what I hear, is that all the canisters that were out there, none of them actually belong to the city. They all were all owned by somebody. We don't know if it was Fair or Rodeo.
And
or
that's
what.
why Eric took them and just put them away
Yeah, so
to
he
said,
took
figure
them
out.
all out and he put them in a different area in their storage yard, so that if we do find out that they belong to somebody, he knows which ones they are and he can bring them back out.
Okay.
And but there were like some of the 90-gallon rolling ones did say Fair on them, and so those ones they were able to set by the commercial building, and then I just rolled them inside the commercial building for now. So,
Okay.
but yeah, so I guess part of that is we or somebody owns the container, so we shouldn't have to like rent the containers for them. It would and then they dump it into the county dump,
Mhm.
and I think TJ said they're not charged for that. like they wouldn't charge for them dumping the fairgrounds trash at the county.
They wouldn't
facility.
charge who?
They wouldn't turn around, the county wouldn't charge the county for dumping
Oh,
fairgrounds trash.
right.
So it pretty much like a dumping and hauling service.
Yeah.
For the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah,
Really-
but Tri-County, I guess whatever waste they collect,
They would
actually
charge
haul
a
it back
tipping
to
fee.
home.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think it'd be good to reach out to the city also and at least
Mhm.
have a discussion.
Find out what the issue is, because it can probably be solved
But
pretty.
definitely touch
pretty
base
readily.
with rodeo.
Right.
Yeah, because that's gonna be, you know,
Yeah, if they're, I mean, helping foot the bill,
yeah, and as
Oh, yeah.
leaseholders, so then, yeah, that would be good.
So you said they were made aware of. the
Yeah, I
rodeo
emailed
run.
everybody this morning, first thing, so.
And I called Wynn as soon as I found out stuff on Thursday, especially since all the cans were going to be taken off the grounds. I called him to let him know that so that nobody was wondering where they were.
Yeah. So why don't you and I touch base tomorrow?
Okay.
Kind of figure
Yeah, I
out
was
how to
gonna say
pull
that's-
everybody together, yeah.
And if the rodeo's meeting at night, then yeah.
Yeah.
This is brand new, so.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll get discussed.
Yep. Okay. Okay, let's move on to, do you have anything from Taylor for open class?
She didn't send me anything.
Okay.
But we did, I don't remember, did we have the superintendent meeting before the last one?
there was one just.
There's
last
just one the other
week,
day.
But I
Oh,
missed-
yes, okay.
I wasn't there.
Okay. Yes, we had a superintendent meeting last
Tuesday,
week.
because I had a double up
Tuesday.
meeting.
I'm like, I don't
It was
remember.
Tuesday.
I don't remember what day it was. A lot has happened since then. And we went over decoration ideas, pretty much kind of got that buttoned up. Judges, we are still in need of just two judges at this point, home crafts and quilting.
2 judges?
Mm-hmm.
What does home crafts involve?
Oh, lots of different things. It's pretty broad. Anything from stenciling, stamping, ceramics, pottery, scrapbooking, leather work,
Okay.
welding, jewelry pieces, woodworking, and Legos.
I have someone I have in mind for that.
Okay.
That would be good.
Okay,
I'll ask her. And
okay.
when do judges have to
They are there on Wednesday, the 31st, July 31st at 2 p.m.
to do their actual judging? Okay. All right. Perfect. Thanks.
And then we usually also have them go through and do the rest of home arts that isn't quilting.
Mm-hmm.
And so what does that end up being? Just like embroidery maybe, or
Or sewing, like skirt.
like sewing things like skirts
Mhm.
and if they can. We usually try to have them do that because the quilting judge is usually there for a good amount of time just by herself. Doing quilting.
Do we have a couple of ideas for quilting at this point, or? There
We
were a
have
couple
couple calls
names
out.
that were
Taylor has a
floated, but-
name.
Okay.
We are waiting for someone that was supposed to be giving me a call back and they have not yet, so we might just reach out to Taylor's contact.
Okay, Val. Vendors?
Just the vendors have, we've gotten a few more back in. I'm gonna reach out, hopefully the end of this week or first part of next week, to those that have not sent them in and those that have, as far as the food vendors, to make sure that, if they haven't sent their licenses or whatever, that they need to do so. But,
How's the commercial building looking?
I think I have 4 or 5 for the commercial.
Still a little room in there.
Yeah.
Would that be worth pushing out on social media?
Probably. That probably would be a good idea.
Anything else on that?
Nothing I could think of.
Okay.
What, you guys will be talking and then something else will pop in.
Lauren,
Um,
rodeo updates.
the last meeting I went to, we were just going over the lease, and cleanup day, and that's mainly the stuff, and some things over the tractor and pricing some stuff out. I don't know if is there anything I need to discuss with them on that?
I think, well, I did ask Win, and he's supposed to talk about it tonight, the beer garden thing for the concert.
Oh, okay.
Because I did ask him about that, so that
Mhm.
we could, if they didn't want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
then we could figure out something else for that. And then, the garbage.
Yep, no, that's a new one.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think that was it.
Okay.
We just don't want you to get bored. You know, just don't want anyone getting bored.
And the lease is a done deal now?
It is. I
We're-
think that's what Corey is meeting with them tonight too, to discuss any like extra things that need
Okay.
done.
Okay, Karen, 4-H updates?
We're doing good finding our judges. Fair entries probably still slow.
Still very
Really
slow.
slow. They're always slow.
Until
They
the
laid
last
sod around the pavilion today, so
Ooh.
that's done. That's about all I have.
I think that's about it, yeah.
Okay. And then public relations, at our last meeting, I just asked for you guys to come up with some ideas. Lauren, you weren't here, but come up with some ideas for doing some press releases, maybe some brief interviews that we can get into sort of the local newspapers, the Independent Record, obviously ours here, Three Forks paper, and just kind of gin up a little bit of interest. I like Taylor's idea of interviewing some of the 4-H kids and kind of figuring out what that looks like. That's a great idea. But did we come up with anything else? Did you guys ponder that at all?
Does the fair rodeo have? You guys have a Facebook site, right? There's a Facebook page. I don't spend much time on Facebook, so I'm not really. I never know. But it was something I did when I was campaigning, and Caroline helped me with it, and she just did video, like interviews, and then posted it on the Facebook page, and people can like it and share it and stuff like that. So that's just a thought, like for
That's a good one.
yeah.
Okay. And I'll be perfectly honest, I don't know the first thing about Instagram. Is that another?
You can do it. You can do it across all. Like you could do it for one, and it would go
You
across.
can kind
We
of go
have an
across all of the
Instagram.
social.
Yeah, it'll go across
But
all platforms.
I don't
think.
really do anything on Instagram either. So,
Okay.
but we do have one. I set it up, I think, last summer.
Sadly, my
you
mother
gotta get
knows
more
about
hit
it.
because apparently Facebook's what the old people
Yep.
use. So yeah,
That's
right.
what they tell us.
Yep. Yeah, it's my mother knows more about it than I do.
Snap
It's
it,
ridiculous,
Reddit
so.
it, just do all the things. I don't even know what I'm
Okay.
saying right now.
Next week should hopefully have the first article in the newspaper about fair stuff.
Okay.
So the superintendents all submit articles, and I kind of just put them all together in one, and not all of them. Horticulture I'm going to do separately, and then probably run another article next. I think the next newspaper I'm going to submit one for that one, just to try to get I think fair entries and stuff, because I think we are. I don't know. It's hard to say because I wrote weeks, but I have a feeling we're going to be down this year, just on entries. I think, but we'll see. Maybe we won't.
Okay. I think that's one of those things that people think about, but don't do anything about it until like the last minute. So
Yeah,
When does it close for?
July 9th.
Okay.
people
And-
will have a bit of time.
I'm hoping, I talked to the guy about the copier, And he said that they have like a loaner one that we might
Yeah.
stick in the office while we wait for our other one to be delivered.
Yes.
So as soon as that loaner one shows up, I'm going to be running some more Firebucks and I can get that around town too.
What, did
So-
it just die? Is that what?
Yes, it was. Well, it was old. It was like from, I think Allison said they got it in like 2015, and it was refurbished at that point. And so just
Okay.
finally, like the piece that broke on it, they don't make anymore.
So it's just, it's a boat anchor now.
Yeah, they rolled it out of here. It's somewhere else. So.
Somebody's garage. Man. Okay. All right, anything else on reports? No? Okay, how about budget review?
So I didn't do a new spreadsheet since the last one. I don't even think I did any claims since then. I did put a claim together today to reimburse rodeo. We've had 3 rentals over like the last 5 weeks that was using the 4-H building and or pavilion plus arena space, and so those 3 groups all paid us, and then we turn around and give rodeo their portion. So I'm going to turn that claim in tomorrow. We'll have to possibly do like an amendment once we figure out what the garbage collection fees will be. The copier, I made room in the budget for next year's budget into purchasing a copier, because when we were making our budgets, the copier was still alive.
Right.
But we knew that it was kind of moving downhill, and so we were hoping like that next year's budget we could look at purchasing a new one, and then we were just kind of forced to have to purchase a new one.
Right.
But we had kind of done the same thing with a department vehicle from the last budget year. I had put in my budget $1,000 out of our CIP to go towards like a vehicle for us, because the Durango also had died, remember? So,
What do you guys do to your
machines
stuff?
come here to
Jeez. Right.
so I do have like $1,000 in our CIP budget that I had targeted to spend on a vehicle, but that will probably more likely go into the copier. And then I guess I have $1,000 on next year's budget that won't be spent on a copier
Yeah.
if I purchase it in this year. So
That'll be your new trash budget.
that will
Sorry,
be the trash
not bad
budget.
joke. Bad
Just gonna
joke.
roll it all into.
Bad joke. Sorry.
Too early.
Too soon. Too
Yep.
soon.
Okay.
Yikes.
I don't have any idea what to expect from garbage collection. It should not be, it should not break the bank, but
TJ said Misty has some information, and he said he would have her send it to me tomorrow.
Okay.
Kind of scared me though, because he said like residential for like the 90, which is like the smaller square rolly one with just the one lid. I think he said like residential is like $19.99 a month for one of those. And he said commercials fees are usually higher. And I mean, we have 8 of those things. We have 8 of the 90s, and then I don't even know how many of the huge 300-gallon ones were picked up, the big black round ones.
Eric, no.
A lot. I know there was quite a few out there.
so
I think we at
potentially
least had
we'd
3
be,
like on our side, and there's probably 2 or 3 over on Rodeo's side too. So
I wonder if the larger dumpsters would be the better way to go on those,
yeah,
because it's
we would have to rent them from
fewer
them or
pickups and
whatever.
that
But
kind of thing. Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I have no idea what to expect.
Well, it's
from
going to
it.
have to happen fast, so we'll just touch base with everybody tomorrow and see where we
Okay.
can move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you could, one of you just kind of send out what the update is,
Mhm.
where we're at, so we kind of can get
We
our
would get
heads
one.
around
Yeah.
what
Several moving parts, yeah.
we need 3 more sponsors to be able to pay for the garbage.
Right?
Okay. Okay, old business. I still haven't figured out why that's called old business, but
You guys can call it whatever you want on your agenda. It doesn't have to
Stuff
be
we're
old
still
business.
discussing.
stuff we're still doing. So
It's a current business, right? Current business.
Yep. So the concert, I think, Jess, did you mention that you maybe had a line on a trailer for the band?
Yes, I think Casey Clark said that they have a trailer we can use, that she can get out there. So just day of that Thursday, like mid-afternoon-ish or so, we'll have to rope off the VIP area, and I don't think that there should be a lot of extra work involving the concert this year, which would be nice, because we'll have to tickets, we'll have to gates.
I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's gonna be just like hometown fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that'll, yeah, so if any of you guys are around Thursday afternoon, I'll be around without a show.
And then
I don't have to be involved in the poultry show anymore.
you said, Casey, is that going to be something that is going to be able to be delivered to?
Yeah, so
or do we have to make
yeah,
arrangements?
she'll have,
Okay.
I don't know if it's one of her family members will deliver it, park it, pick it up the next day.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Because it's probably like a gooseneck or something, right? Which I don't.
I don't know, because
No
I
way
think
to-
had to be,
I'd assume it's probably a gooseneck.
yeah, to be that size. So,
Yeah.
yeah, they'll park it somewhere and hook it.
Okay.
There's nothing else going on that Friday morning. Friday's not when they have to be able to back up the steer truck. It's Saturday morning, right? Is when they usually unload the
For slack?
yeah.
I think Slack's for the rodeo.
Mm-hmm.
Days
Because there's one in the mornings when they have to have access because they back up a sock trailer.
Slack is usually always Friday morning.
So, but I don't remember if it's for that or if those ones are already in there and then they have to bring in more for Saturday. I don't know. But anyways, it shouldn't interfere or be in the way of that, because that's the only thing that we really have to worry about, making sure we always have room for. So
That's going to be kind of around the corner on the other side of the
it'll be
tent area, right? So that,
it'll be on the east side of the commercial building.
right,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
So it should be well out of the way, I
Yeah.
would assume.
Yeah. Well, depending
Okay.
on how big it is.
Okay, entertainment update? Saturday's free kid entertainment, now are we?
Yeah, I think, Karen, were you gonna ask somebody about balloon animals?
Yeah. But I don't know if she can get it off work and she doesn't know her schedule yet.
Okay.
I'll ask her if she learned anything.
Was that all
Because we were,
everything they had last year?
well, we
They
had
were-
the face painting lady last year, but she hasn't returned any of my emails or phone calls.
There's a group of them that could, so even if the one couldn't, what,
So-
is there a certain time, like 2 hours, an hour?
Well, so last year we had the face painting was from like 11 to 6.
Okay, a long time.
And I mean, I can keep still trying to get in contact with her, and then we could shorten, the balloon animals could just be something else there.
And is that something that we provide the balloons? Because that would be the next question.
Yes, we
Right.
definitely can do that. Because I think the face
It's
painter
just
last year we
guys.
paid, I want to say we paid her like $300 to sit there and do that for free to the kids.
From 11 to 6.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, just something free, kind
For
of
them.
kid.
And I think we figured
kid-friendly.
out that was also getting people into the commercial
Mhm.
building.
Yep.
So it worked
Yeah,
out
I
great
will.
for.
Are you doing the blocks again this year? The big blue?
I have not asked her yet, but
Is that
we were-
Stacy?
Stacy's
From
son,
her,
yeah.
That was super popular.
They
Yeah.
love the kid. Anywhere you take those things, kids love them.
Uh-huh.
I swear.
I felt bad last year because a couple of them got chewed on by gophers.
Oh,
Had like little gnaw marks in them. I'm like,
jeez.
yeah. But she said. So yes, I have not contacted her, but I was planning on trying to get them again.
Okay. And then, okay, the tent. What did we
Tent
do
setup.
last year? 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock on Monday night? I don't remember.
I think it was later.
Was it
like
later?
7? Well, so the hard part is we don't want to steal any volunteers from the 4-H barn, and they start, what, 6? Setup starts at 6. And so later usually ends up working a little better when most of that heavy duty work is done in there. Then we can steal some of the bigger people
Right.
from in
'Cause
there.
they're there. Yeah.
But I was hoping I need to reach out to Brett Poe and ask him if he will be in charge again, because he did a really, really good job.
Was he the one last year that was?
Yeah, that was yelling out the instructions and having kind of everything.
That was
So,
actually great because it
Yeah.
made it go a heck of a
yeah,
lot faster
well,
than it
was-
would have
was
otherwise.
nice to
So,
just have somebody that knew that they were doing it that could yell really loud and
yep.
be like, all right, and then a couple more sledgehammers though maybe this year, because I think we did have 2 last year. I brought one from home and we have one there. So if anybody has a sledgehammer to bring, I think that can speed it up too. Because last year he kind of had people hammering them in like temporary spots just to get it up, and then they had to like move them all back and tighten them up.
Yeah.
So more
Right.
sledgehammers I think will be helpful, but
Yeah, I don't think there's
um,
any way around that, but yes, having
but
more
you-
sledgehammers.
yeah, we need to if we choose kind of a time, then we can recruit anybody that you can think of to try to come in. I mean, and sometimes it's just as simple as just sitting there holding that 2x4 up, for 20 minutes while you wait for him to come and tie it off.
Mhm.
But and then we do definitely some strong guys to hold those huge poles up in the center because those are tall and heavy. And then some kids with young backs that can swing the sledgehammers. So, yeah, so I don't know if we just if we have it, I figured if we at least have time, then when we ask people to come help, we can give them a time. I'll have it all laid out again. Last year I rolled it out and laced it up during the day. So I'll do that again. So
You
it's
could
all
say
ready to
7.
go.
Yeah.
That would be, because by the time you get people there and going and everybody collected, you you won't probably, I would imagine you won't steal too many people from the 4-H
Yeah.
barn by 7:30.
Honestly, it really only took about a half an hour.
Yeah, once we
moving,
got
it was-
enough people
yeah.
and we could get moving on it, it didn't take a ton of time last year. It went pretty smoothly.
No. Okay,
Okay, so
let's just shoot for
Well,
7 then. Does
ask for recruits about 7.
that work? Okay. Let's do that then. You have this memory like a steel trap.
Me?
You remember all of this stuff. I'm like, was it 6 or 8? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
It was probably on a paper that I just saw.
I just remember that it went a lot faster than I expected, so it's great. Sponsors. What do we?
I
Look
did
for
go out and
updates
check
there.
signs.
Okay.
We need to order 4 of the large ones and 3 of the smaller ones this year. I did have a question. So, we had a lot of people that moved up and down this year. Like for example, Hensley Potatoes. Last year they were best of show, so they have a 4-foot by 6-foot sign. This year they're purple. So I guess my question is, do we just throw up the sign that we already have, or do we get them the 2-foot by 3-foot sign since that's what they sponsored for?
What's the difference in price?
About $30. And that was, I guess,
No, in the sponsorship.
and the sponsorship price, $250 for best to show, and the purples are, I don't have anything, 200?
So only about $50.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see if I can get that other $50.
Even better.
Yeah.
So they don't take very long to make. They really don't. And so I don't have to order them probably until the first week of July or so, which is only like a month away. So we do have a little time, but yes.
How many of those are there?
Of the small ones that we need to order?
Like, that have big signs?
that are supposed to have small signs.
That's
Yeah.
the only one.
Okay.
That's the only one that's purple this year. But it was best to show last year.
It's definitely worth reaching out to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll call.
So
I hate to make that decision and then there will be that one person that complains, right?
you're like, wait a minute.
Mhm. How come they got the big sign? And, yeah, so.
Oh, it just got put in the wrong line.
I don't know, ask Val.
Yeah.
We did get a new sponsor like last week. Foth Farms sent theirs in. So they are not in any of our printed fair books or on the posters because those were already sent out. But I added
Are
them
they a
to
best to show?
Mhm.
All right.
I added them to the PDF and the document. So any more that is printed or shared, we'll have them in there. But
Unfortunately, your copier is.
Right.
fortunately for them, I've only copied 40 copies. And I'll have about 60 more hopefully soon.
Okay, and how are we doing on the drain field? Thank you.
We're doing good. We're working on them.
Okay.
I hope to have them up maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks max.
Okay.
Good job.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Are you just bolting them to the fence? Is that or
That's still in discussion.
okay?
Whether we bolt them to the poles or
Right.
whether we do holes and chain and like bolts in the log and then chains
Okay.
so that they have better viewing. But anyway, that's
Okay.
I left that up to them.
Good
We
enough.
need to go on this fence.
Mhm.
Because we had originally talked, Jess and I, about just bolting them to the poles.
Right.
Mhm.
So
Okay. Rental updates.
So I don't believe there's been any new rentals since the last
Okay.
meeting. And really June, there's a ag pest workshop out there on Thursday this week in the 4-H building. And then our next 4-H, well, actually not. We have some 4-H workshops in there, I guess, over the rest of the month. And then I don't think the building itself is actually rented for the rest of the month until the first week of July. There's a family reunion up there. So as far as the garbage thing, we're pretty easy on our part, but there are some like ropings and stuff out there. There's a circus the end of June, which will be a big one.
Right.
Is that good? Is it? I mean, I shouldn't say it like that. Is that good? I have never been to the circus here.
It's usually a pretty good one.
Is it fun?
that they
Okay.
have, yeah.
Okay. Because some circuses nowadays, the ones I took my son to a circus in Bozeman when he was younger, and I was so sad for all the animals. They looked just miserable, and yeah, it was just a very sad thing. I was like, oh, this is not fun. So I was hoping it was
I know.
better.
The last time this
Sorry.
one was here, it was pretty good. It had elephants and didn't it have lions and stuff.
I don't know. I haven't ever.
It
went.
looked like they had some cool
Yeah,
things with the animals. I just was sorry, and I just blurted out. I said, great, but
No,
I think,
yeah,
I think it's legit.
this brand of one or this group
Okay,
This
is
group
good.
is.
They're
yeah.
good.
Good
Okay.
one, yeah.
okay. Sorry, I'm gonna put everybody on the spot.
You're not going to bring Pete out or anything.
No, not at all. But there's a difference.
We've got
you
our
know.
eyes on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's hard. Okay. Okay. That's it for business, unless anybody has anything else they want to bring. No? Okay. So our next meeting is July 11th. Does that work for everybody at this point?
I think so.
And we're back to Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and do you guys want that one to be at 5:30, or are we going back to the regular 5:30 time for that too?
Doesn't matter to me, so.
Oh, I already have it on there. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Just watch your emails. I'll keep you guys updated on the garbage thing, and if anything else pops up, I'll let you know.
Okay. Okay.
We are adjourned.
Yep.